find my dreams as I cover my face.
What's up, my name's Aryahna if you're new here, and if you're a returning subscriber, what's up? So today we are going to be talking about, or I'm going to be explaining my story on how I stopped drinking and why I stopped drinking for pretty much forever. Yeah, forever. So I started drinking, I want to say like senior year of high school. My mom did not give it to me. Like, it wasn't like she gave it to me. She didn't know because obviously it was at school, so sorry. But it was at school or like high school events. So it was really like the end of high school years. Well, I don't know if you guys have this where you're located, or if you did, but like we had senior breakfast, obviously prom, senior skip day where we all go to the beach, like all that stuff. So for those events, like, you know, some way somehow high school kids were getting alcohol. I don't know how, but we were all just drinking. So it started in high school. Then the end of high school, when I got to college was, I feel like I feel like the drinking that, well, this is kind of a mutt. I feel like the drinking that you would usually do in like a lifetime, not a lifetime, like a good 10 to 15 years, I did in like the 3 or 4 years of college. Yeah, college was, it was crazy. I was literally just drinking to get drunk because like I didn't really want to feel, this sounds so bad, but it's the truth. I didn't really want to feel anything. Like, I just wanted to have fun. And I was using drinking as a coping mechanism to kind of like bring my personality out there, because without drinking, I mean, I was cool or whatever, but I felt more comfortable when I drank, so like my true personality can come out. Which, better clarify what I mean by quote unquote true, is when I drank, I felt more confident. I felt more carefree, and like I can pretty much do anything I wanted to do without like feeling I would be judged. Versus not drinking, it's more like a sober mind, and everything that you're doing or not doing or whatever you're doing, you understand what's going on and you're clearly there. You're sober minded. So basically what I was saying was, when I drank, I was more carefree and more confident, but because I stopped, that was the reason why I stopped drinking, so I can become more confident in my own personality and my own skin, versus relying on a substance to help me be my most confident self, when I knew I can be that way without any substance at all. We'll get to, that's part of the reason why I stopped drinking. I'll get into the details later. I was drinking to, I feel like, I'm not going to say everyone does this because everyone has their own reasons for drinking, but for me, I was like suppressing suppressing emotions, and just I didn't want to feel. And what I mean by I didn't want to feel, it was like when I drank, it was like all my worries went away, and it felt like the greatest thing ever at the time. Like, all my worries went away. I was free of overthinking. I was free of just whatever was on my mind at the time that I didn't want to think about. 2020, I kind of slowed down. Then when people started to get back outside in 2021, I was drinking here and there, but I wasn't drinking as much, and I kind of just like stopped. I wasn't drinking as much as I was before COVID hit. So still here and there, but not much. And I'm scrolling on TikTok, and I see in this video how the guy was saying, and mind you, at this time I was already kind of in between, like, I don't really want to drink as much anymore. I want to stop, but like drinking is fun, so why would I stop? As I was watching the video, I felt like he was talking to me. Obviously it's a TikTok, so whoever watches it is kind of talking to him, but I felt like he was talking to me. So I'm watching the video, and he's explaining how when you drink, you're basically allowing spirits to come into your body and like control you. So I'm watching the video, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop drinking. It's gonna be 2 years. Today's April 14th, and it'll be 2 years next month, May 1st, 2023. But we're gonna get into the details. But after I seen that video, I decided to stop, and I was like, I'm cutting it off cold turkey. I'm not drinking anymore. Mind you, I was a drinker. Like, this is not saying this is good, but like I was saying, I was drinking to get drunk. if we were with a group of people, I'm the one who's saying like, everybody take a shot right now, like take a shot, period. Like literally I was that person. And after that video I was like, I'm done. Like I'm not playing with spirits. I'm not playing with them, number one, and two, I'm not giving them a gateway to control me. Evil spirits, I should say, evil spirits. So May 1st is when I decided to stop drinking forever. And I didn't really tell people at first, because whenever you decide to do something and you start telling people, they start to project their own opinions and own insecurities onto you, and just don't do it, because they're going to try and change your mind, make you go another way, convince you, whatever. But basically I kind of kept it to myself for a little bit, and then I started to tell people, and like I said, when I started to tell people, you're gonna stop drinking forever? What? No, that's impossible. You can never do that. How can you stop drinking? Like, you can't do that. And I'm sitting there like, this was just making me even like more aware of how liquor controls us. Because why is it so absurd for someone to want to stop drinking alcohol, literally a poison, but if you're telling them you'll drink with them all the time, it's okay? Like that is so. Told people, they said all that, and at first I was really like holding my ground. I was like, I'm not doing it. And some time and time went, and y'all, there was this one time, and listen, the devil will try and get you when you try and better your life and start taking stuff out. He will literally throw the things you used to love in your face. Mind you, this was a month or two after I stopped drinking. We're with family, they have alcohol, and I want to drink, and I literally stopped a month ago, so now I can't. And when I tell you, sometimes you just gotta thug it out and cry. When I tell you, I went in the bathroom and I boo-hoo cried, because I'm like, I want to drink so bad. And mind you, it's only a month or two in, so like it's fresh. I'm like, bro, I want to drink so bad, but I was like, I'm gonna thug it out. Went in the bathroom and I boo-hoo cried, because I'm like, I know me cutting off drinking is good for me, and I'm dying to my flesh and I'm feeding my spirit. That's been like my motto, like feed your spirit and kill your flesh. But yeah, boohoo cried, and I was just like, I'm doing this for the better, I'm doing this for me, and it's okay. Like I can be disciplined, and I'll stay strong about it. So I went in the bathroom, cried, wiped my eyes. I was like, nobody's gonna know I was crying. I was like, we're gonna wipe this till the puffs are down. Like nobody's gonna know we're crying. So then I went out, and I was in the bathroom for a long time, so they're like, what were you doing? And then I eventually told two people that I was crying, whatever. People were still trying to convince me, still trying to get me to drink, and I was kind of still like holding my boundary. But there was a point where I drank, and in my gut I knew I wasn't supposed to, but I was having a battle between my spirit and my flesh, and at that time I let my flesh win at that time. But after that I cut it off. After those 2 days, it literally solidified for me that I don't need to drink ever in my life. I literally just wanted all that to come back up, and I just didn't want to drink again. So, and mind you, I say it's been 2 years for me sober, even though I drank the June or July, I don't remember which month it was, but it was that summer 2022. I mean, no, sorry. Yes, summer 2022. But I still say it's 2 years, because just because I drank that time doesn't mean all the progress that I made beforehand was erased. That just solidified it for me. People will really try and get you to go back to your old ways when they know that you're trying to be better. The thing is, when you're trying to be better and someone else is not ready to be better, they will bring you down with them just so that you guys are on the same level. Don't let people do that to you. Do not let people do that to you. Rise above it, and I'm not saying you're better than them. I'm saying rise above what you know is not good for you and keep striving to be a better person. So, yeah. How it's been since I stopped drinking, I one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. My dreams have been clear. My mind has been clear. And the funny thing is, when I stopped drinking, I became insanely, I became insanely, my overthinking went on overdrive. And like I said earlier, when the devil sees that you're trying to do better, when you take something off that he was controlling you with, and he sees that you took it off and you're trying to do better, you're gonna get worse before you get better. That's another story for another day. Maybe I should do that story time. But people think it's peaches and roses, and it's not. It gets worse before it gets better. But the thing is, in those bad times and the times where you know it's getting worse, that's when you really have to stick it out and just have faith and believe in God, because that's your test to kind of like get to the other side. And the other side is not completely peaches and cream and roses, whatever, but it gets easier because now you have God on your side and God is guiding you. The other thing that I didn't get to mention, and I'm going to mention now, is that one thing I noticed also is that when I stopped drinking, a lot of the people that I was like this with when we drank, it flipped. Or I don't want to say it flipped, it just wasn't as close anymore. And I realized that drinking was the bond, or was the glue to our relationship or our friendship. So how did I stop? God. God, if you would have told my 2019, if me right now was talking to my 2019 year self, my 2019 year self would have been like, girl, be for real. Like, you stopped drinking? Like, really? And it's all because of God, because I promise you, I would have never thought that I would be where I am now. And it's such a good feeling. Like, it's all God. Literally, it's all God. Like, I can say that a million times because it's not me. It's literally all God. Whew. Okay. The thing is, I just had to pray a lot. I just had to hold my ground, have discipline, be disciplined, and just really withstand temptation. And I seen someone say, and this was like so good, I seen someone say that there's no discipline without temptation. You can't expect to cut something out and not be tempted by it. God is going to test you. God will test us, but not in the sense of like he's testing us directly, or that's not what I meant in this part of the video. What I meant was God will allow us to be tested. So like, for example, the story of Job and how God allowed the devil to test Job, to test his faith. That's kind of the explanation I was trying to give here. Not that God was testing us directly, but like he's allowing us to be tested to kind of see how strong our faith is, or if we will come to him in the end whenever we need that like extra, not extra, but that faith, that guidance that we need to get over our sinly desires and whatever we need to get over. He's gonna see if you're really about what you say you're about. And the thing is, you gotta have faith, you gotta be disciplined, and yeah, you have to want better for yourself. You have to allow God to guide you to want better for yourself, so you can cut out whatever substances or unhealthy coping mechanisms that you're using to sustain your life, when it really should just bring all that up, get through it, and like feel better about yourself, or feel good in your skin and live life carefree and letting God guide you. Whew. So yeah, God definitely helped me. He got me through it. I just prayed about it, kept my discipline, kept my word, withstood temptation, and just really stuck it out. The thing is, you gotta stick it out. You gotta be strong, even if you don't see the sun ahead of you. Just, it's there. You just gotta keep strong, keep faith, and keep going. So I guess that was my testimony. I didn't even realize. I guess that was my testimony of how I stopped drinking and why I stopped drinking. And I hope this helps you guys to, I mean, if you're thinking about it, you know, kind of be sober curious, not just dive right into it, because diving right into it was definitely difficult. And I hope this story or testimony helped you to kind of like guide you into your next steps, or help you to cut out drinking if you were already deciding to. And if you weren't, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed all that I had to say. So I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.